So I guess we'll do a little bit of an unboxing too while we're doing it. So this is my Kreg Accu-cut XL. So the reason I wanted the XL is, of course, it has the parts and pieces that's supposed to be able to go a little bit further. So we got a nice manual, we got the receipt, and well, there we go. Just for example, this isn't a cheap piece of equipment. So it was $241.49 at K&S Tools here in Grand Prairie. We got our trap. It's always fun opening gifts up. Oh, this is all of our actual traps. And these are the non-split pieces here. So fairly sturdy track. I like it. Well, sorry to all the guys out there, but I just want to see what we got to do to put this together. Believe it or not, reading some instructions. Looks fairly simple. All right. They've got everything marked here too for ease of direction, I'm guessing. They're all set out with the marks. So they're all identical. So it says arrange two sections of A on your work surface with the Accu-cut logos at each ends of the arrowheads at the center, pointing towards each other. Keeping the tracks in the above orientation, turn them upside down, slide the connector bars halfway into the T-slots, and one into the thread, tighten the set screws down. Slide the second track into the protruding and complete. So I guess we can just kind of keep doing this. Position two track pair end to end, keep the tracks in this orientation, then turn them upside down, join the two lining track pairs. Okay, so it says this to do this for both, to make two track pairs. So end to end, and end to end. See, upside down. And put it all together. Oh, they give you little stickers as well here, so you can see which is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these tracks have got a groove on them. I'm taking it for granted that is how they'll fit in there. They won't fit it upside down, so it's kind of nice. There's a little bit of play in there, which is, I'm thinking, why they say to use a long square. To put these together. And these two will go in the end of the other one. All right, let me grab my long level. All right, so straight edge. And it says to place it along where? Straight edge along the sides. Wonder if this one here will work a little bit better. Oh yeah. And then let's clamp it into place. So when I get all this done, I think what I'll do is I'll put some Loctite on one side of these. Until then, we'll go with what we got. size Allen key. Oh, that's way too big. In fact, they look like a Phillips screwdriver. They're not even an Allen key. All right, Phillips screwdriver it is. I don't know why they use Phillips so much. So a Phillips, in case you're wondering, is basically it looks like a cross or a star or a T or. Now I know it was widely used and still is widely used everywhere, but it's really a horrible screwdriver compared to say a number 8 Robinson or an Allen key. But I don't know, it must be easy to mass produce or something. I don't know. But I do know, personally, I don't like it. But just personal. There's probably plenty of good reasons as to why to use it. I just don't know what they are. All right, let's get these back inside here. Let's get these slid together. Maybe I'll do it this way so everybody can kind of see. Yeah, make sure they're in the center. And let's tighten up one side here. Sure they're pulled together good and snug. Let's do the same thing with this side to get everything kind of snug here to start with. Pull it together, make sure they're snug, and we'll tighten them down. See, that's exactly why I do not like a Phillips screwdriver. And in fact, when I go get a propane tank, I'm going to buy some new set screws. I really don't like those. There's one ready to go. Let's do the other one. Make sure I pull together tight, and we'll snug them down. So, I guess we use 1 for 4 feet, 2 for 8 feet. So we've got some of both to do, but the 8-foot cuts we're going to do first. So let's get them, the 2 pairs put together. One 8-foot Accu-cut. What's next? Went ahead and just applied the anti-slip strips on the back while I was waiting for it to warm up. I apologize I didn't record that. But one of the good points, or one of the good tips as I was reading through there, is with the 4 sections, they said start in the center and work your way out. So what ends up happening is these joints are nice and tight, but you end up where they don't quite have enough at the end, which is all right because this is the joint at which your saw is going to run along when you're getting it cut. Now, they say you don't have to clamp this, but oh wow, that actually adheres to the plywood really good. You're not going to need to clamp it all over that. That's amazing. I like it. All right, what do we got next here? We got our end we got to put in. So depending as to what side you're going to start from, and this makes a difference as to whether you have a right hand saw or a left hand saw. All that's meaning is your saw blade's on the right hand side of the electric motor or on the left hand side. Mine, this little girl, you can see my blade's on the right hand side. Now, which means I'm also right-handed, so I'm probably going to start from the right-hand side working towards my left. So my starter strip, I'm going to put down here. Let's see how that goes in. Pretty easy. And there's a little flat piece on the bottom, so that if you want to make them square, you can square it up right against the edge. Very cool. Getting to the last of the parts. Now this, I understand, takes a little bit to get it set up. And I was reading a few articles on it. You see that? The play on the sled here? So there's a little bit of a play in here. A lot of people don't like that. How they fix it was they just put a little bit of tape on the inside. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm not really crazy about that wobble either, to be honest with you. That does have a little bit to be desired. Apparently this will fit to my saw, or any saw for that matter. Might have to get a stubby screwdriver for this one. Slide's supposed to butt right up tight to the front. Loosen this off, because that sets your side to side. Oh, here's something else. You're going to want to make sure you're using whatever saw blades you're going to use when you set this up. The reason being is not all saw blades are set up the same. If I can get my wrench out here. How do I explain that? Certain saw blades are made for certain stuff. For doing this, I'm going to use a plywood blade because, well, I'm mainly ripping plywood. Let me get that blade. So this is a finishing plywood blade. Now I also got a thin cut. The reason I got that is I don't want to waste a whole bunch of my plywood. Now we got the blade we want in there. Now we can go ahead and line this up. Okay, I think I got it, except I am definitely going to have to put some tape in there. All right, now we got it all set up. We finally can rip some plywood here. All right, let's see how this is going to work. Here goes nothing. Okay, well, as you can see by the little blue flakes, I obviously didn't have it set up properly, but I guess it is now. All right, let's get rid of the saw. Anyways, let's see how this worked. Aside from cutting the active strip a little bit, nice, clean, straight cut. That's good. We set this piece aside. Now the moment of truth. We wanted 34.5 inches, and I am bang on 34.5 inches. Wow. Okay, now that I've got all those ripped down to size, I actually cut them all 24 by 34.5, right with the Accu-cut. I'm impressed. It broke those boards down really quickly, really accurately. So I didn't even bother trying to reset things back up. As you can see, everything came out nice and square on all four sides. So I'm happy with that.